There's a place in our world that exists more in our imagination than on any map, the Bermuda Triangle. It's a vast triangular stretch of the North Atlantic, with corners at Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico. For decades, it's been infamous for stories of ships and planes vanishing without a trace. No wreckage, no survivors, no explanation. The idea that a modern aircraft or massive ship can simply disappear is both terrifying and fascinating. This region is one of the busiest travel corridors in the world, yet the legends persist. The contrast between routine journeys and chilling disappearances is what makes the Bermuda Triangle so compelling. It's where the ordinary meets the extraordinary, and the known world brushes up against the unknown. Today we'll explore the legends, the history, and the science behind this enduring mystery. We'll revisit the incidents that built its reputation and see how investigators have searched for answers. Is there a scientific truth beneath the waves, or do the mysteries run deeper? The truth, as we'll discover, is often just as remarkable as the myth. It reveals the incredible power of our planet and the persistence of human curiosity. Let's dive in. The Bermuda Triangle's legend began centuries ago. Even Columbus reported strange lights and erratic compasses here. Back then, such events were seen as omens, planting the first seeds of mystery. Over time, stories grew. In 1881, the Ellen Austin reportedly found a ghost ship, twice abandoned, its crew vanished. In 1918, the USS Cyclops, a massive Navy cargo ship with over 300 people aboard, disappeared without a trace. No distress call, no wreckage. The loss remains the largest non-combat disaster in US Navy history. But the most famous case is Flight 19, 1945. 5 Navy bombers vanished during a routine mission. Their leader reported malfunctioning compasses and confusion before all contact was lost. A rescue plane sent after them also disappeared. In a single day, 6 aircraft and 27 men were gone. These stories, dramatic and chilling, cemented the Triangle's reputation as a place where the sea swallows its secrets. Each tale added another layer to the legend. The disappearances seemed to defy logic, fueling speculation and fear. But were these events truly inexplicable, or were they simply tragedies magnified by myth? The answers lie in the details. For years, these disappearances were seen as isolated tragedies. That changed in the mid-20th century, when writers began connecting the dots, literally, on a map. The term Bermuda Triangle was coined in 1964, and soon the idea of a cursed region took hold. Books like Charles Berlitz's 1974 bestseller sensationalized the stories, introducing wild theories, aliens, Atlantis, energy crystals. These ideas were thrilling, but often twisted the facts, leaving out storms, exaggerating details, and ignoring logical explanations. The legend grew, fueled by dramatic storytelling and selective reporting. Suddenly, the Bermuda Triangle wasn't just a series of accidents. It was a global phenomenon. The myth became bigger than the sum of its parts. Sensational stories sold millions of books and captured imaginations worldwide. But behind the drama, the real events were often far less mysterious. The power of narrative turned maritime mishaps into a modern myth. The Triangle became a symbol of the unexplained. But how much of it was ever real? The Bermuda Triangle's legend exploded into pop culture. TV, documentaries, and blockbuster movies. Films like Close Encounters linked the Triangle to aliens, embedding the idea in our collective imagination. The story became modern folklore, shorthand for any unexplained disappearance. The more it was told, the more real it seemed. The Triangle offered a sense of wonder in a world increasingly explained by science. It let us imagine ancient technologies, alien visitors, or portals to other dimensions. The cycle fed itself. Sensational stories sold, and belief in the mystery grew. Profit often trumped fact, amplifying myths while burying scientific explanations. The Bermuda Triangle became a brand, a product of storytelling. Its greatest asset was its mystery. The legend thrived, not because of evidence, but because we wanted to believe. And so, the myth endured. While the legend grew, scientists took a closer look. Researchers like Larry Kusher dug into the records, comparing stories to actual data. They found that many disappearances happened during violent storms, details often omitted in popular accounts. Some incidents didn't even occur within the Triangle. Locations were changed to fit the narrative. Many tales, like the Ellen Austin, had no official records at all. The so-called mystery was often built on exaggeration, misinformation, and repetition. Science approached each case individually, searching for logical explanations. By breaking down the legend, researchers found that most incidents had natural causes. There was no need for aliens or portals, just weather, human error, and the vast, unpredictable ocean. The foundation of the triangle's myth was far shakier than it appeared. Careful investigation replaced speculation with evidence. The real story was about how myths are made and unmade. The search for truth had begun. The Bermuda Triangle sits in a hotspot for violent weather hurricanes, sudden storms, and the powerful Gulf Stream. These forces can overwhelm even the largest ships and planes' waterspouts. Tornadoes on water can appear without warning, destroying vessels in moments. Rogue waves, once dismissed as sailors' tales, are now proven to exist, towering walls of water that can sink ships instantly. The seafloor here is among the deepest in the Atlantic. Wreckage can vanish into trenches miles below the surface. Disappearances aren't always mysterious. They're often the result of nature's raw power. The ocean is vast, unpredictable, and unforgiving. When a vessel vanishes, it's usually tragedy, not the supernatural. The real danger is the sea itself. Scientists have explored other natural explanations for the triangle's mysteries. One theory involves methane gas. Sudden releases from the sea floor could create bubbles, lowering water density and sinking ships almost instantly. This could explain vanishings in calm seas with no time for distress calls. Another factor: magnetic anomalies. The triangle is one of the few places where magnetic north and true north once aligned, confusing compasses. Pilots and sailors unaware of this could easily go off course, especially before modern navigation. Flight 19's confusion likely stemmed from such navigational errors. These natural phenomena, not supernatural forces, account for many of the so-called mysteries. The more we learn, the less mysterious the triangle becomes. Science replaces myth with understanding. Is the Bermuda Triangle actually more dangerous than anywhere else? The data says no. Organizations like the US Coast Guard and Lloyd's of London find no higher rate of accidents here than in any other busy, storm-prone region. The Triangle is a major shipping and flight corridor. More traffic means more incidents, but not more mystery. Most disappearances are explained by weather, human error, or mechanical failure. The mystery is a statistical illusion, amplified by confirmation bias and storytelling. The ocean is dangerous everywhere. Modern technology has made travel through the Triangle safer than ever. We've separated myth from reality. The Bermuda Triangle's reputation is built on stories, not evidence. Disappearances are explained by storms, waves, human error, and the vastness of the sea. There's no proof of aliens, Atlantis, or supernatural forces. So why does the legend endure? Because we crave mystery. The Triangle lets us imagine, wonder, and explore the unknown. The real awe lies in the power of nature and our endless curiosity. The legend will live on, not because it's true, but because we want it to be. And that, perhaps, is the greatest mystery of all.